But you said something a couple of weeks ago. You said Belichick's the best coach.
I'm not saying it because he's a good friend. I'm saying it because I know him. And I know a lot of coaches. I've known coaches all my life, obviously, and I've studied coaches all my life. This is not to take anything away from the great, great coaches of the past. The Tom Landrys, the Don Shula's, the Chuck Knowles, and Bill Walsh. Not to take anything away from them, because they were great, great coaches of their era. Bill Belichick, like, for instance, Tom Landry didn't even go into the draft. He had nothing to do with the drafting of players. He had nothing to do with bringing in personnel.
So he was not a personnel guy.
He was not a personnel. He did not actually attend the second day of the draft. Gil Brandt did it, Tex Schramm did it, and all their scouts, Dick Mansberger.
Boy, you were a real change for Jerry Jones there.
I mean, their coaches didn't go on the road. The Cowboy coaches did not go on the road to evaluate players. Our coaches that was my main source as far as evaluating players. And I went on the road myself to evaluate players. And so we completely changed it around. But a lot of coaches back in the olden days, they didn't deal with personnel. See, and so today with the salary cap, in the old days when they got a great team, like Chuck Noll, they got Terry Bradshaw, they stayed the whole time.
So did the middle linebacker and the receivers, Swan and Stallworth.
Joe Green and all. They had a great team for a long time, so they were able to win a lot of games. This year's football in the NFL, you have to build your team over and over again every single year. And so you have to be a great teacher. The one thing Belichick is, he is a fantastic teacher. Look at his assistants. He's taught all of his assistants his system. He doesn't go out and hire big-name assistant coaches. He grooms them and brings them right on up. He teaches them.
Well, that's what you did.
And that's what I did.
Norv Turner was the only guy you went out and got.
I needed an offensive guy. And Norv did a great job for me. He's still a great offensive coach. But Belichick handles the personnel. He actually talks to the agents during free agency.
So he's doing
contracts. Yes. And that's why he is so good. And again, I don't want to go on and on about it, but I know him and I know what he does. And in today's football, there's very few head coaches that can do it all. Some of them are great offensive coaches. Some of them are great defensive coaches. Some of them are good in front of the team as far as a motivator. A few of them are good personnel guys. But very few of them can do it all.